What's good, guys? Welcome back to the market midweek review. And we just finished wrapping up the Wednesday news ADP non-farm employment change. We saw a lot of volatility in the market. And of course, I'm being joined with Leo. What's up, Leo?
Hello. Uh, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a decent start to the week. We are moving into high impact news, so as we advised in our last video, just be careful into Thursday and Friday. Today, I think we had really nice price action on the indexes, given this news. But if you guys did trade, I hope you guys use less risks. But yeah, let's get started with the
Yeah,
midweek review.
yeah, let's get started. We got the dollar index. So for the dollar index, I stated that this would potentially be the weekly high. That was what I was favoring. And as of right now, dollar index is punching higher after running down south side, right? And in my opinion, this if they do run out this buy side liquidity, that means we are probably going to be pretty bullish unless they run this out and then they start tanking lower. But yeah, if they do run this out, I'm expecting the other buy side liquidity on the daily time frame to be taken out as well. But as of right now, you know, the week is getting more and more hectic from here. So we saw price run lower, get punched higher. It's a very, very big movement, volatile movement. So if you guys, caught any of this, in my opinion, if you already had, a W for the week, just call it a week, right? But yeah, as of right now, buy side liquidity looks like they can run towards this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they traded lower for today, or like not for today. They trade lower until they drop the news event and then have it run very aggressively higher or lower. And as of right now, it's like a 50-50 market for me. So I'm gonna be sidelined, like I said to you guys, ready? Is there anything you want to add to dollar index, Leo?
No, I think dollar index is a very sad face on the daily chart. It's not going anywhere. We're doing our
Yeah.
best here to kind of forecast the next move, but I think after the news drivers today, which gave pretty decent price action, it was kind of like a calm before the storm in my eyes.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just study, observe for the rest of the week. So I don't have much else to say at a dollar.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Let's go into EU. So this is EU 1 hour time frame chart. And like I said, I did draw this out for you guys on the outlook saying, hey, I think this is a high that they can target, which, we see them move price up into and run out the high there, obviously sending a lower targeting sell side liquidity. Uh, excuse me. As of right now, I do think EU can run lower for these lows. And if, like I said, if Dixie does run higher, then I'm expecting EU and obviously G to run lower for these lows here. However, like I mentioned before, if EU wants to go higher and just kind of consolidate and wait until news release, that also can happen. So I wouldn't want to just say, oh, it's so close to this low here. Let me take a sell, yada, yada, yada. Like, don't do that. Just be aware that, hey, I'm letting you guys know this is a potential draw for me. And I want you guys to also hear me that say when I'm saying like I'm not gonna execute anything for the rest of this week. Okay, so there'll be no executions for me. This is just something that I want to see play out. If it does, great. If it doesn't, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna lose anything, and I don't want you guys to lose anything. Trying to trade for the rest of this week when it's very, very dangerous, right? So let's move on into GU. GU was a little bit better, in my opinion. Buy side liquidity here. Did not take it out SMT on GU EU, right? Traded into this inefficiency here. Price traded through it, went and then came lower very aggressively, targeting the sell side liquidity down here. And now I'm looking at this low here at 26386. Similar to EU, I want to see price come down here. And if I had to put money on it, I would kind of think GU would be more the one to run lower because, like I mentioned, I think GU has to play catch up. I think GU can move very, very aggressively lower while EU or Dixie just kind of, just sideline until the news release. But like I said, this is just what I want to see happen, not that it will happen or if I'm going to execute or anything like that. Yeah, I kind of wanted this week to just go by, right? You guys into this quarter we saw, hey, on Monday, Tuesday, I got my trades, I got in and out of the market. I'm calling it a week. Very, very simple. But that's your wrap up for EU and GU. Did you have anything you want to add for EU, GU, Leo?
Yeah, for GU, I have something to say in particular. As you guys can see throughout this whole chart, on this presentation here, we're in a consolidation on a higher time frame. Like it's much more clear if you look at it on the weekly, monthly. That candle has opened and closed near like around the same price. And given that, I would expect, like Alan said, like a big expansion sometime soon. And honestly, this week might be that week that it moves a lot. But given the nature of that, I wouldn't put too much risk behind that move. If it does happen, that's too quick to be tradable, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I agree with you
so
there. So yeah.
logically, that's how I see it. Like GU is like that spring that's being compressed in the consolidation, and like just waiting for that news driver to pop off. And it'll be a good thing to see how price expands, where it goes to, and make your next move off of that instead of trying to chase that. Um, in my opinion. But that's what I have for Forex. My 2 cents.
Yeah, of course. Sounds good. But yeah, with that, then that'll be end of GU, EU, and index. You can take it from here, Leo.
All right, let's go. All right, crude oil on the daily. We still have this buy side liquidity target of 80.09 drawn out. But I will say, because we moved into this range here, um, I'm I already know some people are participants in the market that have been buying throughout this, have pretty much this whole range from the open to the high here. People have been taking their profits already. The equity is being distributed, and that's why, in my opinion, that's why we're seeing this retracement into the range here. We are looking at a move into this series of down candles here, and as well as I'm paying attention to the wick here, but I would not be surprised if they move it a little lower. So um, it would be permissible for the bullish idea for crude oil if they move anywhere in this range up to the mean threshold of it. I would be comfortable with that. So this space from where we are at now, around 76, all the way to, maybe like the 50 here, or 73.80 into this imbalance here, to be used as an inversion would be fine for me. So this is how it looks on the daily chart. There's a lot of sell side liquidity made at these lows here. And I just think that this is on the back burner for now for buy side liquidity. I still have it as the draw long term, but we are due for some retracement in order for price to make its way back up there. That's the daily chart for you guys. The hourly chart this week moved pretty nicely. On Monday, especially, we got this move lower. If you get down into the 15.5, price just kind of had really smooth move lower overnight. In the what you call it, the AM range to the PM range ish was this consolidation here, which wasn't too great. But on Tuesday we did get another really good move here, bouncing off of this level here. We take out the sell side into the wick range here. I marked out transpose from the daily, punched into the upper quadrant of that, and moved higher into level of temporary premium before selling off again into this range. So right now, it's kind of taking out its own lows, keeping its highs intact. So right now, I would expect a little lower. My eyes are on here, this level, these relative equal lows here. And the SIBI I drew out on the daily for you guys. It's permissible. I'd be comfortable with that. Yeah, that's my little outlook and recap of this week so far. So I'm not really I don't have positions on, so I'm pretty much okay with it moving whichever direction, but this is my bias at the moment, a little further down. So this is the hourly chart done. Moving on to E-mini S&P. I was wrong here based on the last video. I wanted to move a little higher, but in hindsight, we did see SMT from ES and NQ. If you look at these highs here and this high on NQ, these two highs were higher than the run that we made. I think it was the 30th here. And so in hindsight, we saw weakness distribution. This is the distribution move because NQ was creating a lower high. So it's okay. This is the journey of a trader getting it wrong. But yeah, we did move lower into sell side after FOMC today, and I'll break that down for you guys in the next slide. So this is a pretty nice sell model, even better looking on the NQ. As you can see, all this sell side they created and they took it out into this as well to end off the day. So in my opinion, if you forced me to give you an outlook, I would be looking a little lower. So I would want to at least to take out this zone low into this area here. Maybe using the high as some sort of PD array. All right, the ES and NQ breakdown of today's price action of the AM PM range and how I saw the narrative as. So overnight we had this move lower, higher, and then a wick into premium, a temporary premium here for them to sell off at here. And we see price move lower into AM into lunch. So this is really nice sells here if you guys were able to catch that on the AM news. We do go into a temporary level of discount here. I think I could show you guys for 90275 was around this candle here, this down candle. This is in hindsight, obviously, but they come down here, right here, use this, and then to send higher. We right here, and then this low tags the, I think it was this low exactly. This low and this low are the exact same price. And then we see that happening into the news release. And then at this moment, I'm thinking, okay, so FOMC usually is a two-step breakdown. So they're sending it really low here, and I'm just watching price to see what it does. I didn't take a trade off of this, so I was just observing it, as well as NQ. You see it sell off into a level of discount here. If you guys look at the buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency here, it tags the 50 of that, and then we start to move away. And then into the news release, we the price sends into this little buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency here. And then I see it kind of meander around, both of the indexes meandering around in this area. I'm like, okay, I'm expecting them to take out all this buy side liquidity pool they've generated throughout the AM session here, 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 as well as I did spot this later, but we'll talk about that. I had my eye on this high here for NQ, and then it takes it out. I'm watching this move with ES, and I noticed that ES was not taking these highs out. So I'm waiting for a move to kind of confirm my suspicion that this is just a stop run and then they're going to take it lower. And they obviously do here. Into ES's sell side liquidity pool here and to end off the day, as well as a down candle on last week Friday. I think it was around the opening range. And there was like a 3 down candles on the hourly chart for NQ, and it runs into the middle of that to end price delivery on the day. So if you guys look at NQ, it's really clean sell model. So this would be the second stage distribution for both. And it's just a really nice use of SMT here and the market narrative on the indexes. I just wanted to share with you guys how I saw today. And I think today was a really cool technical day for price action. And it was very fun to observe and follow along. Yeah, did you have anything to add, Alan?
No, I just wanted to say that was a really good breakdown of ES and NQ. Personally for me, I saw NQ. I was more looking at NQ over ES. I liked how ES did not take out that high, and I also really liked how NQ took out that high. I was tempted this morning to take a trade. I'm obviously a human being. I saw the stop run on NQ, and I was like, this thing is about to tank. And I was like, should I send the message out saying like, hey, I think NQ is gonna target what is it, 17,300 around that level, like 17,310.
Mm.
Saying, hey, I think you could run into that inefficiency that Leo drew out, or that imbalance that Leo drew out, and obviously maybe running even to a little lower, taking out the sell side liquidity, resting below 17,280 or 17,270. But in my like as I was like about to type the message out for you guys on Discord, I took a responsibility saying like, hey, I know if I send this message out, it would incentivize you guys to maybe execute something that I already said it's a dangerous market to operate in, especially during news release when it was so close to news release, or basically when it's at news release. So I decided to say, hey, I'm just gonna take a step back, turn off my phone, like just, get off the chart and just, relax for a little bit and then hit the gym, call it a day. So I really like the breakdown on NQ. It played out well, and it doesn't mean, oh, I'm mad that I missed this move or whatnot. These moves are gonna happen again. And so if you guys miss something, don't be like, oh, I need to try to get that move back. I left money on the table, et cetera, et cetera. You never know what have happened. If you have lost, you probably think something similar or something completely different. But yeah, that's a good wrap up on ES and NQ on FOMC breakdown. Let me move on into NAS. So for NAS, as you can see, there's no lipstick on my chart at the moment. I made it that way just so I could, want to hear your guys' opinion. If you guys are in the Discord, you guys could share that with me. I kind of want to know what you guys see on NAS on the hourly chart. I just want to hear you guys out. I want to see what you guys see, what you guys feel that NAS can do, and if it's a high probability market for you guys that want to trade. Okay. In my opinion, I don't think it's a high probability market. However, I do believe that NAS can continue running lower, like I shared with you guys on our weekly outlook. But that does not incentivize me to say, hey, look, I'm right. I saw NAS coming down from 17,700, but it doesn't make me say, hey, I was right, so I should push harder into I should push more because I'm on the right side of the market. No, it's understanding, hey, I was right this time, but the market conditions were very like unsafe for me to execute on. So I decided not to, right? And I think that's when you begin to start understand, hey, you don't need to catch every single 100, 200 handle move, right? This is the move I was talking to Leo about this morning when Leo and I went to the gym together. We said, hey, I was telling Leo, hey, like this move at the 2 p.m. when it shot up and I saw the stop run, I was tempted to enter something on this on a potential short here. But then I realized, okay, where's my stop going to be? How do I know when would I know that I'm on the opposite side of the market? And I could say, hey, I could put the stop here. But if you look at it, this is 17,480. This is about 100 handle stop. I'm not comfortable with 100 handle stop, especially with um just with news release just
Yeah,
happening
the
then.
risk is just not there to frame something like sustainable for your account.
Yeah,
Like
like
watching the
100.
tape
Yeah,
when FOMC popped off, it was moving 10, 20, 10, 20 takes, you know, like back and forth. Like that's if you're trading with one contract, that's like hundreds of dollars moving up and down in seconds. And
yeah,
it was cool to watch. But I know if I put any money at risk there, I would not be trading with my system in mind.
exactly,
Um,
exactly. And I agree
so
with you. I agree with you. I felt like if I gave the money that I earned this week back on a day that I knew I was not supposed to trade, and I knew that I had a high likely chance of like a high probability of chance of me losing, it would not make me feel well. I would be like, dang, why did I enter the market? Or was it because I was afraid that there's gonna be like these setups are not gonna happen again, or I'm afraid that these moves are not gonna happen again, which is false. You know, those are all just in your head. And you need to understand, say, hey, as of right now, Nas can do whatever it wants. Like I said, I think Nas gonna go lower. I think they can take out this low here. All right, maybe he's coming down low for this low here. But who's to stop them to say, hey, we want to run buy side, run higher, trading this inefficiency here? Why can't they do that? I feel like they could do that too. All right, they're in a level of short-term discount. They trade it into a lot of inefficiency, run a lot of stops. Why wouldn't they be allowed to do that? They can do that as well. So in my opinion, it's like I said already, I'm gonna be sidelined for the rest of the week. I'm done. I'm no longer executing on anything else. And as of right now, Nas looks great for shorts, but I'm not gonna participate it. I don't think it's safe for me because let's say they drop 200 handles and they start running 600 handles high running out the buy side here. They can use that news for tomorrow to do that. They have a lot of ammunition. So if they want to do something like that, they could. I've seen it. I've witnessed it firsthand. Like I've witnessed trading CPI, them dropping 400 like 400 handles on me and then just reversing and just running on me. Um, and those are things I know, like, hey, that's something like that can happen. Like those are things that can happen, and I don't want to be part of that. Right. And I think that this week, judging on how the markets have been kind of like compressed, I'm expecting something big. If they don't do something big, I'll be looking for maybe it's gonna be very volatile, upcoming weeks, upcoming months for them to really move price dynamically. Right. But as of right now for Nas, my personal bias, I think it's gonna go lower. If you guys think it's gonna go higher, that's totally fine. I'm not saying it will do this, it will do that. I like to engage in a market where I feel it's high probability for myself, and I have a clear, um, I have a clear analysis on where it's most likely going to go. And you guys see it on Discord. I gave you guys these analysis when I say, hey, this is something that I personally think they can do. They can run there. I think it's high probability for me. If you guys want to take it, you guys can take it. If you guys don't, don't. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So I think that
I
should be it for Nas.
I have one more thing.
Oh,
Oh,
go for it,
sorry.
go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Um, since they gave us such a great distribution move today into PM, I feel like that was a good target for a price to deliver to on indexes. Um, so in my opinion, they're gonna like try to generate some liquidity, um, consolidate it or whatever, or like do some seek and destroy or something, and then just like mess everybody up for the next 2 days. Um, this is, in my opinion, price action was really, really nice here. Or it could, run through 400 handles, but it was really nice today. And I'm thinking, how are they gonna mess people up? They just plunge it into like a consolidation or a seek and destroy profile, and then just you know, mess everybody up. So that's a suspicion I have. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
could
though.
definitely see that. I could definitely see that happening. But yeah, like I said, it's a market where I don't feel comfortable engaging in. I'd rather just take my wins from the beginning of this week and just call it a week. There's nothing wrong with that. This 1 week doesn't make or break my trading career. I don't think that should do it for you guys as well. If you guys did well this week, call it a week. Like, try to imagine how you would feel if you did something where you knew it was low probability for you to succeed in, and you just want to do it because you were either greedy or you wanted to not miss a move, you didn't want to leave money on the table, etc. It's gonna hurt a lot more because you're gonna tell yourself saying, "Hey, I should have not done that. I shouldn't have touched that button." ICT talked about this a lot in the spaces, and I think he knows a lot. He's been through almost every single thing we've been through, right? He's our mentor for a reason, and I think you know trying to understand that and try to build that is a good way to start off this year, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that should be it, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
we're good.
All right, we'll see you guys on Friday. Hopefully you guys do well. I pray for you guys and hope you guys break every single goal you guys have set for this year. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.
Take care, guys.